Hey, what's up guys, the Bubblecom Daddy here, bringing you guys another bombastic video. And yesterday I already uploaded a video letting you guys know the basic reasons why I left the TGN network and joined Machinima. But in this video I actually want to go into more detail. And I know a lot of people who are interested in joining TGN might actually want to stay and watch this video, because I'm actually going to be going through some pretty interesting facts and my overall personal experience with the network. I joined TGN back in 2012, the July of 2012, and I chose exactly TGN. Well, I actually didn't choose it. I got partnered by TGN only because no other network wanted to accept me. I was at about 550 views a day. Nowadays, with such high view count, you can get partnered by Curse or Machinima or whatever. Most networks are gonna accept you with that kind of view count a day. But those times were very different. The basic requirements for a partnership were about 750 to 1000 views a day. And TGN at the moment were partnering people at 750 views a day. But after having a conversation with the TGN recruiter, which was very polite, I can't complain at all. Well, he partnered me because he saw that my channel is growing and that I had uploaded a lot of videos and that I am taking YouTube seriously. So I got a TGN partnership without meeting the requirements. At first I was very happy. Well, obviously I was happy. I got the partnership, I got all of those super cool partner features. And those times there were a ton of partner features. Custom thumbnails were partner exclusive. Also, partners had the clickable banners, which do not exist anymore, unfortunately. And there aren't just as many partner features right now like they were before, and that's kinda bad about YouTube. I don't like that, because partnership used to be something elite. It used to be something that everyone has to aim for if they are doing YouTube seriously. But now, just everybody can get partnered, and partnership just seems not that important. So I was accepted for TGN partnership at 550 views a day, and TGN had a ton of problems those times. A lot of people were leaving, a lot of people were having bad experience with TGN, and it was such a mess on TGN forums. I remember it very well. It was just horrible. I mean, everyone was just going crazy. People were getting 30 cents CPM, people were getting 50 cents CPM. There were a ton of dissatisfied partners. Of course, there were people who get above 5 CPM, and there still are such people. But those were the rare cases, the rare lucky cases. Most people got CPM below $1. And that's mainly because TGN was offering a horrible revenue share. Now let me give you guys some calculations. Now here's 100%. And then you sign with the network. And TGN at the moment was offering an 80% revenue share. But, as finds out later, BBTV was taking a cut of 40%. So you take away 40% and you then take away another 20%. So you can calculate that that's a very low revenue share. And TGN was lying to their partners. TGN was lying to everybody. They were saying it's the highest revenue share on YouTube, while in reality it was one of the lowest. Because they were hiding the fact that BBTV, Broadband TV, the owner of TGN, is actually taking a cut from the payments. Later on, when I first got my payment, I was I wasn't disappointed. I was neutral. Actually, I was neutral. My CPM was well above $1, but it didn't reach $2. I mean, I was okay. I was expecting worse, to be honest, because a lot of my views weren't coming from the US. And I was just afraid to get that 50 cent or 30 cent CPM that most people at TGN were getting at those times. And also, on TGN forums, everybody was posting threads about how bad their CPM is. And TGN staff was actually deleting those threads and blocking people for posting such thing, because that, I don't know if it was a breach of a contract, but TGN eventually didn't like it. That didn't attract more partners, just because they were afraid of getting that super low CPM, while at the same time other networks were offering a better CPM. And the partnership requirements were pretty much the same, so why would people actually choose TGN over other networks? Now, that's just something to think about. TGN has a pretty poor history. They were lying to their partners about the revenue share and stuff, but I'm not blaming the network. Times were different. Everybody had their own business model, and there are a ton of networks that actually lie to their partners. TGN isn't the only one, and you have to know it. But eventually payments were just average in my opinion. It wasn't anything horrible. I mean, Yeousch nowadays is offering pretty low CPM as well, comparable to the CPM I got with TGN when I first partnered in the first month. Now, later on, I actually had problems with TGN payments. I didn't receive my second payment, so I had to email support. And I gotta say, support was very quick. They solved my issue, and I got my payments. So, thank you TGN support, you are just fantastic. And no doubt, TGN has one of the best supports on YouTube at the moment. At least in my opinion, because they're very fast, and they communicate with their partners very well, and they solve the issues, at least taking from my own experience. Now, later on, a few months later, my video was actually accepted to upload on one of TGN hub channels, TGN FPS. Now the hub channel doesn't exist anymore, but my video was accepted. I think I'll leave a link to that video down below in the description. It's Counter-Strike Global Offensive P90 breakdown or something like that. But eventually that video actually never got uploaded. Well, it was accepted, definitely, because it was good quality at those times. But after a few months of waiting, after checking TGN FPS every day, I didn't see my video up there. And eventually, in the early 2013, or somewhere in between 2013 and late 2012, the CEO of TGN, Yeousch, left the network, and the new dude, Yeousch, became the CEO. Because the new CEO wanted to change up things at TGN, most hub channels became inactive, including the TGN FPS hub. And after a few months of waiting for my video to be uploaded, it actually never was uploaded. The hub became inactive, and I didn't get my exposure from uploading the video to TGN FPS. Of course, the channel didn't have such a massive audience, and I'm pretty sure that video got more views on my channel than it would get on that TGN FPS channel, even though my channel isn't all that big, and it wasn't even smaller about a year ago. But later on, as most channels were made inactive, more content was uploaded to TGN Central. Eventually the Yeousch show, which was my favorite, was eliminated because the CEO left TGN, but the content on TGN Central became a little bit better. I mean, the quality of videos sort of like became more professional, at least in my opinion. You might have your own opinion if you have been following TGN throughout years, but in my opinion the content became more professional as the new CEO, Yeousch, made changes in TGN. Also, TGN stopped lying to their partners. Finally. Well, back in the days when Yeousch was the CEO, he announced a new revenue share. 100% to their partners. Which I thought is bullshit. Because how is that possible? That way TGN isn't earning a single cent from all the partners, from anyone who is making videos, even from their own channel. I thought it was complete bullshit and it just can't be clear. But finally, when Yeousch became CEO, he cleared things up and he stopped lying about the revenue share. He finally announced that BBTV is taking a cut from the revenue share, which is 40%. So that means with the new 100% revenue share, TGN is actually paying out 60% to their partners, which is probably one of the lowest on YouTube still. They haven't changed the revenue share since the early 2013 actually, or the late 2012. Well, I can't say exactly, but I think it really doesn't matter at this point. But you have to consider that TGN was lying, and Yeousch finally cleared things up, and I am thankful to him, because he definitely does a good job as a CEO. I can't really complain. I personally enjoy his videos. He's a very good personality in my opinion, and he does a great job. But the fact stays fact, I'm not happy that TGN was lying about the revenue share. I mean, most networks were lying, and a lot of networks are lying at the moment. But I was a part of a network that was lying to me, to a lot of TGN partners, and I just don't like the fact that I was being screwed over. But back in 2012, the December 2012, and for those who aren't familiar with YouTube partnerships, this December is usually the month when you get higher CPMs, you get more money, and it was my case as well. I got a very high CPM. To be honest, I don't think it will be a breach of contract if I tell you guys, and it was $2.7. It was just fantastic. I mean, I remember myself being very happy, saying that I'm gonna stay with TGN forever if they keep this CPM, and yeah, it was just phenomenal. But later on, my CPM got lower and lower, and eventually in the March of 2013, my CPM wasn't that high. But the whole 2013 year, my CPM was very strange. One month it was above $2, another month it was below $1.5, so it was very different. And it really doesn't have to be so, because with every next month, ad revenues actually become bigger as the Christmas comes closer and advertisers spend more money on the ads. But eventually it wasn't my case. And every next month my CPM became even stranger. One month it was high, another month it was low, and stuff like that. And that made me an impression of TGN hiding some facts or maybe even screwing me over. Well, of course there isn't any proof, that's only my theory, however you say that. But maybe TGN was screwing me and other partners, I'm not sure. And I don't even know what they're gonna do to this video. Maybe they will ask me to like remove it or something. But I just think that the truth needs to be spread out there. But 2013 was an interesting year. TGN wasn't growing all that fast. Of course, the requirements for partnership became lower and stuff like that. But it was the year of no lock-in contracts, at least for the first month. And a lot of people were joining because of no lock-in contracts. Later on, not so many people because no lock-in contracts were eliminated. But at the moment, in 2014, TGN is actually putting out ridiculous contracts, which I don't recommend signing. I mean, the contracts are just, not to say anything else, ridiculous. They're very long, but at the same time offering not so good revenue share. Now, I haven't seen the contract myself, so I can't really judge, but that's what I've heard from other people, other TGN partners who have signed the contract, or at least seen it. Now, I'm with Machinima right now, and I gotta say, it's been pretty good. Support has been pretty good, on the level with TGN. Now, of course, the community of TGN is phenomenal. It's the best on YouTube. And with TGN, I've had a phenomenal experience. I very liked TGN when George was the CEO. He was making just fantastic videos. I liked him as a personality. The George Show was definitely one of my favorite series on YouTube. He was telling how TGN has grown, he was telling about the history of TGN, and he was just a phenomenal person. But later on I found out that he was lying to their partners about the revenue share, and gotta say AWOL is a great CEO as well. I can't say nothing else, but TGN was a fantastic experience for me. Even though there were a bunch of lies, even though people didn't like TGN that much, and even though it had many problems, I liked it. I liked being a part of the community. Because the community, as I said, is the best on YouTube. On their forums, everybody is talking. Everybody is just sharing their experiences. Everybody is very friendly. TGN's community is phenomenal. And also I gotta say, TGN has a fantastic support team. It's one of the best on YouTube, no doubt. They're very fast, and I can't really complain about the support. And the staff on TGN forums, I can't say not a single bad word about them. When George was the CEO, I believe there was a different staff which was deleting messages and threads on TGN forums, but now staff has changed, if I'm not mistaken. and everybody is just very friendly. They're active on the forums, talking to people, and overall they're just great people. And anyway guys, the main reason why I actually left the network is because my CPM in the last 2 months was absolutely horrible. When I said that I can't complain about the payments a few months back, well, yeah, I really couldn't complain until I saw my report for January and my estimated earnings for February, when the CPMs actually became very low. Of course, I understand January and February are the months when CPM is low, but damn, so low. I haven't seen any other network pumping out CPMs this low. Even the small networks, and I just think that TGN used to be a great place. It's still a great place if you're looking for the best community on YouTube and you don't care about anything else. But I think I just have to move on. I think I need a change. I need something different. Not better or worse. I need something different. I want to try something different. I understand that some people might not like Machinima, but that's a whole different topic and I don't want to talk about that in this commentary. But just to tell you guys, my experience with TGN, even though it had problems, is very good. It was a family-like feeling being a part of TGN network, and I do recommend the network if you're able to get the not so long contract and if you're a small channel. But if you're an average sized or a little bit bigger than average, then maybe you should look into other networks, Curse, I don't know, VisionTV, Machinima, whatever. But it's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. But I know this video turned out to be a little long, and I thank you everybody who was watching so far, whether you're a subscriber or a person who is interested in joining TGN or interested in TGN history. It's been the Baldy Commentator. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later. Peace.